Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you haven't subscribed and hit that, I think the notification bell there, that way you guys get notified whenever I update a new video, which I apologize, it's taken me some time to do. Had some technical difficulties with my laptop here. I never realized how long it actually takes to upload a video to YouTube, but it takes a long time for an upload to go through. So, anyways, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I know this is a very hard time of the year, especially for young widows, widowers, and those who have lost a very close person to them, or significant other, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be. I did want to discuss a few things today. And for me, I lost my significant other and his little brother December 8th, 2013. I had to think there for a second. So this week, and approximately actually 2 days, is coming up on my 6-year anniversary. I often wondered, like, why couldn't that happen during the summertime? Why less than 2 weeks before Christmas? It definitely was the hardest season of my ever existence. And if you've lost, somebody close right before the holidays, you can understand what I mean by this. It's, for something that used to be my favorite time of the year is now burdened with this grief and this pain always. And it's always underlying, it's always there. The joyous occasions that once were happy is accompanied by that loss and that void that's gone. Um, so I hope everybody is hanging in there. I know Thanksgiving is hard to get through, and this is probably, I want to say, the hardest part of the year, probably as is for everybody, whether they still have their significant other or not. But when you lose, that part of you, it's magnified, and it's very difficult to get through this time. So I just hope everybody is hanging in there the best that they can. I wanted to discuss something that I dealt with very early on, and that is the comparison that I can't even begin to tell you how many people have compared their loss, their divorce, their loss of a dog. I mean, I think I've had it pretty much all in comparison, of what it's like to lose your significant other, your husband, your wife. And I hate to say it, but there is no comparison. And earlier today in my widows group, I did see somebody comment that their aunt had passed and they were having a hard time reaching out to their family members about it. Whether there was bad blood there or not, I'm not quite sure. But I actually went through similar. It almost seems like after you lose a huge piece of you, that every other loss is less in comparison. When I actually had an aunt pass away not too long afterwards, and my ability to sympathize, um, to be sad about it, it just, I don't know, it wasn't there. And I thought maybe something's wrong with me. Why do I not feel any sadness? And this was a pretty close aunt of mine who I loved very dearly. She passed from leukemia, which I believe she got from lung cancer. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was it. She also smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and she was pretty high up there, I think in her late 70s, early 80s. But my ability to, console my mother, who that was like a mother figure to her growing up. So she was very distraught over this loss. And I remember her being upset with me, like, you don't even care about your aunt passing away. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that I didn't care and that I was not sad. It's just that my everything had been taken and it from me. My grief, my pain, my loss, it had taken everything I had inside me going through the loss of not just my significant other, but his 18-year-old brother in the same accident 2 weeks before Christmas. It's not the same thing. Losing a family member, losing a dog, divorcing, not the same thing. And, it took me a long time to understand that, I think, and explain it to people in a way that doesn't seem rude. That I'm more important, my loss is more important because people will see it that way, and that is not the case. But when you live with somebody day in, day out, your every thought, decision, move involves that person. And in the blink of an eye, they're just gone. It doesn't just turn one thing around, it turns everything around for you. It changes everything in your entirety of your atmosphere, of your world. It's, upside down. It's not something you can, go say your grievances at a funeral home to a family member, a friend, a grandparent, and then go home and go back to the normal every day. That doesn't happen when you lose your spouse, your significant other. Um, so it's, I've gotten into a few arguments with family members throughout the years regarding that, maybe where they felt that I thought I was more important or my loss was more important than theirs. And when it really boils down to it, there is no comparison. There's just not. You can't compare losses. It's just, they're different. They're all different. Where that pain and grief might be the same in some ways and relatable, but they're completely different depending on the relationships you've had with them. So there's that. And I'm curious to know if anyone else is dealing with that currently. And let me see, what else did I want to discuss? Also, yes, I'm now almost 6 years out, and it took me a very long time to get to the place I'm at right now. And can I just tell you, thank God I'm here. I am so happy that this isn't 5 years ago, 6 years ago when this first happened to me. It was a very hard first couple of years. And I learned from all this that the only way to get through this loss and not like it ever goes away, that grief and that pain and that void, but to move on to a better day, to better days. It all boils down to working on yourself and lifting yourself up and basically, starting from scratch, become who you want to become, a better version of yourself. You know, I didn't know who I was outside of my family and my relationship. And part of me was angry when he was gone, and that I didn't feel like I wanted to go on. I didn't want to continue this life without him. And it took me a long time to realize that it's kind of unhealthy to to be like that in a relationship where my whole world revolved around him because I loved him, because we were together for a long time, because we built a life and a family together. But at the end of the day, when he was gone, everything was gone to me. Or that's how it felt. Maybe not everything, but it's how I felt at the time. And eventually, as the years went on, I was angry. I was angry with myself, I think, um, where I needed to find me and who I was. And I can say now, officially, 6 years out, that part of me is thankful and grateful for the pain. Part of me is grateful for the loss that I've experienced. It's given me insight and it's forced me to become the woman that I am right now. And I don't know who I would have been had that not happened. Um, but I know for certain 100% that I would not be the woman that I am today. And I'm proud of who I am today. And I'm still single and I'm still on my own. And that's because I choose to be. Because I know that whether somebody comes or goes into my life, into my daughter's life, into our life, that if they ever leave, that my whole world will never crumble again like that. That it won't take everything out of me and my will to continue to live and continue to be happy and move forward. Um, so yeah, and I look at this as he can't be here. They're gone. We're what's left. And it's up to us to continue living to our fullest in remembrance of them. And, I, for years, living in depression and just not wanting, just going through the motions of life, wasn't living, it wasn't being happy. Um, so it took me a long time to figure that out, that it was about bettering myself, becoming more of myself, doing things, finding things that I truly enjoyed to do because I enjoy them. Not, I went back to school, I signed up for the gym, I went on vacations. I've done quite a lot in the last 6 years. So if you are newly into your loss, I hope that this gives you just a little, you know, motivation and push because this is the time where you get a fresh slate. You get to be and invent anyone you want to be, you know. Um, it's almost like when you lose it all, there's only one way to go up. I mean, there's only one way to go, and that is up. So, and you can stay down, but I can guarantee you your lost loved one wouldn't want you to stay down. They'd want to see you be up and learn, life again and be happy again and love again eventually, if and when the time comes. If there's any topic you want me to cover, I know this is kind of like all over the place. I didn't really have, a game plan for these videos, but please comment below and let me know. And anyways, if you're watching this video, just comment and say hi. I'd like to introduce myself to you and maybe speak with some other widows that are on YouTube watching videos. And I have another video in the works coming up soon, and I'm going to try to get that posted hopefully within the next week. And it's my story of how I got through my first Christmas and what changed everything for me. It definitely was a pivotal life moment. So that is going to be my next video, and I promise you it's a really great story. You're going to want to hear it. So please, if you haven't, like and comment below and subscribe. I think there's a button down there somewhere. And I wonder if you guys like my curls. I curled my hair. I did something for once with my mop of a head of hair. Anyways, I hope everyone is had a good Thanksgiving and is preparing for Santa if you have little kids and or are trying to find something to be happy and merry about this season. Okay, guys, take care. Much love.